United 2, Watford 1. I tell you what, it's like the old days, isn't it? They don't half put us through the ringer. And also, Manchester United, we're not in danger of being locked up for murder, are we? We couldn't kill a paralysed ant with a box of cornflakes. That game should have been bang over at half-time, even in the first 10 minutes of the second half. But we'll come on to my player ratings in a minute. But my man of the match was David De Gea. He made so many great saves. How we let Watford back into that game, as I said, was criminal. But I've said this, I know some people are Louis van Gaal out. I know some people will say we played badly today, and it did get boring at times. But as I said a couple of weeks ago, under Louis van Gaal, it is all about the results. He's not going to be here in 2 years' time. So if we can keep winning and we can be top of the league like we are now, then we have to take that. There's just a comment there from Ramsey United. The ref was a disgrace. It was a stonewall penalty for me. I know we go looking for excuses, but even if it had finished 1-1, which I was dreading, and great characters to come back into that. We talk about character. Rojo was stilly in the box. He gave him an opportunity to go down. It was a soft penalty, but it was a penalty. And we had the chances to win that game. We should have killed them off, and we didn't. But a fantastic win. We've got these 5 games to Christmas, 4 now. I think we can get 15 points. We get 3 points today, and we move on again. We've got a lot of injuries from the game again, which is disappointing. But good start, Memphis. I said this, Louis van Gaal listens to Paul Scholes. He can criticise Scholes, but he listens to him because in that first half, we get quick ball into the box, we get players into the box, and Memphis scores. Now, people are going to say Memphis was man of the match. I'm going to be a bit critical of him. I said this before. He takes too many touches on the ball. There was times in that game today he could have played Mata through one-on-one. There's a chance where he could have knocked it back to Morgan, who was running into the box in the second half. He takes too many touches on the ball. The great thing about the goal, Herrera, such a loss with his injury, but he puts the ball in quick. Defenders can't be prepared, and he has to hit it first time, and it's a great goal. It's a great goal. We lose Herrera in 20 minutes. Herrera was fantastic. I said it before the game. It's not rocket science. He should play every game. He's the key to the kingdom. He's the key to the chest. He opens everything up, and he's quick and he's dynamic. The thing Rooney doesn't do in that position is he doesn't play quick ball. Herrera's always looking to play quick ball. He put the quick ball into the box. It shocked everybody. We got in front, and then he went off, which was a hammer blow to the team. I think you've got to give the team some credit for that. But as I said, 1-0, all over them, lots of chances. Lingard had chances. Second half, again, another good chance for Manchester United. I think it was, Lingard had that lob towards the second half. Before Watford equalised, he should have buried that. But we should have killed them off 100%. Penalty was a penalty for that, but David De Gea made some fantastic saves. The one tipping it round the post. Watford probably deserved a point. I know that sounds bad, but because we didn't kill them off, a team will always come back into it, especially a home side, and Watford deserved the point in the end. But character there, Smalling nearly scoring, got the corner, and then Schweinsteiger, I think it will go down as a goal for Troy Deeney as well, but Schweinsteiger keeping it in play, it goes in, and it's a massive, massive breath of relief for Manchester United fans because we should have won that game, and the way the season's been going, you expect that we are going to draw it, and we're all going to be coming on here moaning, but we win the game, and I think we've got to take the positive from that. I don't think it's going to be pretty under Louis van Gaal. I think we get 1-0 up and we can't kill games off. But today, we did have the chances to kill games off. There was so much pace and so much attack on the side that we were always going to create opportunities, and we did do that. Mata was poor. I know people want Rooney dropped. I think he did need dropping, but when Herrera's out injured as well, Rooney's got to come back into the team. And Mata showed exactly today, and I think against West Brom as well, that's exactly why Rooney will always play, because Mata was disappointing today. I like Mata. I love his blog. He's a nice bloke, la-di-da. But this is Manchester United, and he wasn't good enough today. And we need experienced players like Mata to step up, and he wasn't very good. So Rooney will come in next week. He would anyway, but rightly so. Rooney should come back into that team. I don't know what you lot think, but that was a thriller, says Harris Rahman. Lingard had so many chances, he just panics one, says Mark Carmichael. It was a reality check with Lingard today. He's not the finished product. Should he be playing every game? I don't know, but he's certainly an important part of the side. One Sirius says we'll have to step up our game against PSV. Jan ILT says, where was Darmian? I will just cover a few of the notes from the game. Starting lineup, Rojo didn't play because I think he was in Argentina. Jet lag, came on after 20 minutes. Darmian didn't play. Must have left the toilet seat up for Louis van Gaal because Ashley Young, I didn't think was very good at right back. I think he's a weak link. I thought he was poor against West Brom. But Darmian, you signed him, Louis. You signed him, another new signing. You're treating him badly. And it's a myth that Darmian is slow and gets done by pace. He's adapting to the Premier League. He had a very good first month. He's Italy's right back. He's a very good defender, and he can't get a look in. Ridiculous, but we've won. Touched on Herrera, great start again. Really was a good start, unrecognisable, quick ball all over Watford. Team like somebody like Arsenal or Man City would have blown them away 3 or 4-0 today. We need to be able to get to that level. Phil Jones went off injured again. If he was my pet cat, he would have been put down weeks ago. It's just sell him or get rid of him because it undermines everything. It's a wasted substitution, and he's always getting injured. It's consistency with the injury with him. But David De Gea, fantastic. I mean, that fax machine, that's got to be the player of the year, hasn't it? Because David De Gea keeps us in it. And David De Gea, man of the match again. We said this so many times last season, and it is quite telling. When David De Gea is your man of the match, it says a hell of a lot about the rest of the team and what's happened in that game. And Watford did have chances second half. Mata, disappointing, as I said. We're going to come to the lineups in a minute. But the 3-5-2 came back. The 3-5-2 came back just in time for the anniversary of, Leicester away next week, where we got obliterated and 3-5-2 really got killed off, didn't it? Worrying that, but so many injury problems. Jones injured, Herrera injured. I think Mata probably had a knock. Martial injured, as we know, Carrick, Rooney. Louis van Gaal's got him. He's walking on thin ice with a lot of fans, isn't he? If we'd lost today, he would have got a lot of stick, and it's his fault that the squad is so thin. So I don't buy into injuries, Louis. I'm sorry. If you're going to come on next week and say, oh, injuries are the problem. Injuries have been a massive problem at Manchester United for a number of years. And if you're going to use that as an excuse, well, you should have looked ahead. We should have bought more in the summer because we've got a very thin squad. But young lad like Rashford on the bench today would have been nice to see him. But he is fantastic at youth. You've got to give it to Louis van Gaal. And the win is absolutely brilliant. But let's go to the player ratings because I know you all love those. There they are. He moves Roy and those out of the way. Probably going to be a bit of moaning, I know, but De Gea, 9, man of the match. If you watch the game, some fantastic saves and definitely kept us in a game that we should have won comfortably. Daley Blind, I know there is an obsession with Daley Blind from Louis van Gaal. He'll always try and find a place for him, but he made that pass to put Lingard through, where I don't know what Lingard was doing. He just blast it or lob it, and he just passed it to in a one-on-one to Gomez. But Blind made that, so brilliant by him. The centre-back, Smalling, he's so consistent, brilliant. Phil Jones had a decent game. The injury annoyed me. Ashley Young, don't like him at right-back. I actually think Young, we're missing further forward up the pitch because he's a decent attacking player and we're just wasting him at right back. It really frustrates me. I'd like to see Ashley Young further forward. He'd offer so much more. Midfield were fantastic. I tweeted this in the first. They dominated that game, totally owned it. I don't think Watford are a very good team, to be honest, but the midfield of Bastian and Morgan were very, very good, going about their job, probably unnoticed by a lot of fans, but they totally dominated the midfield. Herrera went off on 20 minutes and gets an 8 because the way he's approached to the game, like I said, tenacity, passing forward, the ball into the box, he deserves an 8 because after that, we didn't kill the game off. And I think if Herrera stays on, we win comfortably. Thomas Dodd says Young is a disgrace. I wouldn't go that far. I just think he needs to play forward. Mata, he's a 6. Yeah, definitely. Somebody's questioning that. I thought it was poor today. Like the bloke, but let's not be over the top. Lingard, again, 7. Wake-up call. Played really well. You don't get an 8 just because there's lots of endeavour. He had chances to finish that game, and only because of Schweinsteiger at the end do we get out of jail. Lingard had 2 chances one-on-one. He needs to take one of them. You drop down from an 8 for a 7 for that. And Memphis, good goal, but I think you're being unrealistic if you give him any higher than a 7 because he held onto the ball too many times where if he got rid of it, we would have got the second goal. He could have played Mata through one-on-one in the first half. He could have laid it back to Morgan, who would have had a simple finish in the second half. They're fine lines. We're Manchester United. If they played for Watford, you'd probably give them an 8 or a 9. We're Manchester United. We want brilliance. We want exceptional talent, and Lingard and Memphis today let themselves down with finishing in the final ball, and they dropped from an 8 for a 7. That's why. I'll explain that. Roscoe, 1, 2, 3. To be fair, injury, Herrera's injury, we had to change the formation. We were on top and playing good football before that. We were. It's a very good point, Roscoe. We were on top. We were playing really good. And Herrera's injury, I'm afraid, will mean he's out for a while. And Rooney isn't Herrera, and Fellaini is not even bloody Herrera's bootlaces. Herrera just brings in that number 10 position, and I said it before the game, he never should have been dropped after Everton, and I was confident we would win and excited about Herrera playing today because he puts us on the front foot. He's always looking to play the pass, and he's tenacious, and he will not mess around. He's not like Mata, who's always coming inside and needs a condom on. He will play the ball in, and he will get it done quickly, and we will miss Herrera, and I hope it's not for a long time. One series, Schneiderlin deserved an 8 today, to be fair. He got it. He got it. The Schweinsteiger and the Schweinsteiger got an 8, so that's fine. Memphis seems to be sat on scoring lows like he did at PSV, says Nat Kennedy Breeze. Yeah, he holds on. Memphis's problem, he's got the talent and he's got the ability, but he takes too many touches on the ball. I was saying it a few weeks ago, a few people were saying it today, and it was evident again today. He scores the goal because he can't take a touch. He's got to hit it. Every other time in the game, he's taking too many touches on the ball. He's trying to play he's trying to beat people and score the wonder goal. He's got to look at his teammates. He's got to play the simple ball. It's basics. But Glyn Matthews, I give Mark a 4. Well, Glyn, if you want to put your comments up as to why that is, that's fine. But I'm absolutely ecstatic with the result. I think we can be critical. We can be critical every week about Manchester United. If it was 1-1, I think, yeah, we moan about not killing that game off and allowing Watford back into it. But we've won. And Watford, I don't think they're a good team, but they haven't been doing too bad. And it's a big point for us, a big 3 points for us. And we're top of the league. You know, there's a lot to be built on from there. And the Herrera injury was bad. George CD, Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger, Memphis, Blind, Smalling, Herrera and Blind were good today. They were. Need to see that Herrera clip. Love the lad. So loyal and passionate, says Lynn Hall. Give Memphis time, says Mofi. Definitely. If he can just not stop holding on to the ball so much and fade that final ball, you've got a good player there. And if Lingard can learn how to finish, we've got a good player there as well. Herrera just 9 for the celebration, says Contra Jess. Yeah. Top of the tree. We are top of the tree. There was a comment in there I just wanted to touch on before we go, but I've lost it. But yeah, I'm over the moon. And Tyler Mitchell, I give a 10 for the award on Thursday. Yeah, very quickly, let's just finish on that. The United Stand, it is your channel, and we are officially at the Football Blogging Awards on Thursday. We won Best New Football Blog. There it is. We do get a few knocks, but there's so many of you get involved. It is your channel. So many people. It is your channel. Like the video, subscribe, keep getting involved. We're hopefully going places. It's about fan opinion. It's about your voice being heard. And it's about saying it how it is. We'll never stop doing that. I know people won't be happy that I've given Memphis and Lingard a 7, but hopefully I've explained that. And I didn't think Young was good today, but we win. And I didn't think Mata was good today, and we've won. There's still lots to be improved. I'd certainly bring. I think it proved today that Rooney's got to come back in. I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are. But top of the league, and we can enjoy another Saturday night with a whole afternoon ahead of us. Another match of the day, another Sunday show tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Do join in for that, because we will be talking about the blogging boards a bit more, and we'll be revealing Alex, as he officially has had a Manchester United tattoo. We'll be revealing where it is. Interesting times. I'm really pleased. We're top of the league. Like the video, subscribe, keep getting involved. And for whatever happens, we are going places under Manchester United. And I know Louis van Gaal, he frustrates a lot of us, but we're stuck with him. We're winning. And the first 20 minutes today were really good. And you've got to compensate for the Herrera injury and the whole change of the formation, because up until that point, I really do think we'd have beaten them 3 or 4-0. And it's great to get out of jail, isn't it? Because we were 1-1. But I'm really pleased. Thanks, everybody, for watching. One series, sometimes we get to see Tic Attacker, but there's another player that gets restricted by Louis van Gaal. This comment mark, question mark. Herrera, Chelsea losing again would be so amazing. They haven't kicked off yet, have they? But I'm pleased. I'm really pleased. Like the video, subscribe, keep getting involved. Join us tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And obviously, we're top of the league. We're top of the league. Brilliant, brilliant. And I'm so great to get back into it when we thought we'd blown it. And it was a penalty, to be fair. But we won. United Stand, your channel.